Well, welcome to 2021. We are back and on the road to recovery, with this year's biggest challenge, of course, being to create a new and better and, yes, profitable normal. Right in the middle of unprecedented disruption in our world with economic and political, commercial and social turmoil. And there's also a very real wellbeing and burnout crisis going on as we speak. So as leaders, how do we begin to grow our business profitably under these conditions and support the wellbeing and the belonging of our people? Well, according to Deloitte's Human Capital report, there are 3 critical activities which will help us address these priorities. And the first is about integrating wellbeing into work, which is not so much about work-life integration, which is challenging under working from home COVID conditions, nor is it actually about the supporting strategies many companies have, like mindfulness and employee assistance programs. Don't stop them, they're valuable. But this is fundamentally about creating work that's fit for humans, work designed with people in mind. Now, the second is about unleashing worker potential and unlocking collective intelligence. And we're going to need every bit of our collective intelligence to find our way through this challenging set of circumstances. Teams, of course, is where the hard work gets done. Complex problems are rarely solved by individuals. What you need is a diverse team with the right culture of inclusion to solve the most complex problems. And whilst Deloitte focus on job design and smart technologies to achieve these goals, and it is a very important foundation, we shouldn't forget about the daily impact of leadership to create cultures which enable people to thrive and achieve their full potential and maximum impact. And in 2021, every leader I speak with is trying to figure out how to find opportunity and grow their business and create a thriving team at the same time, which is where every team member equally experiences consistently high levels of contribution and impact, well-being and belonging. And that's a goal that has been largely elusive to date. And it's a juggle as a leader, isn't it? Trading all of these apparently competing priorities. But do they compete, or do they in fact support one another, which is what I've always believed. The exhaustive employee engagement body of work tells us that a great employee experience creates a great customer experience, and that gives us all sorts of financial benefits. However, it's not easy for leaders to be able to figure out which of the few simple things make the biggest difference every day, in everyday discussions and decisions, which is really where so much of the employee experience actually happens. So last year during COVID, my journey began to discover the answer to this question and everything else in the universe as well. And the answer isn't 42 for all of you Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fans, but it does encompass the number 4. There are 4 specific leadership skills. And my search started with a wide review of the Collective Leadership and High Performance Teams research. And what I discovered, of course, was that there's endless evidence that diverse teams with inclusive cultures achieve superior business results. Well, we've known that for a long time. They also achieve a better employee experience. But just what do you do as a leader to consistently be that inclusive or collective leader? And my breakthrough came when I connected Tim Clark's The 4 Stages of Psychological Safety with the Wellbeing Lab's Wellbeing at Work Australian research, and then uncovered Deloitte's Belonging research and found there are in fact 4 simple things leaders can do every day in business as usual discussions and decisions, and they impact each one of these Thrive factors. And I've just added some more recent research to this from Susan David and McKinsey on psychologically safe leadership, which confirms these 4 leader behaviours create thriving teams which achieve innovation and performance, well-being and belonging. And if companies do this at scale, of course, it creates social and community cohesion, and that's something we can really benefit from. So what are these 4 behaviours? Well, Tim Clark's research identifies the how teams achieve innovation and performance. And what I've done is map the well-being and belonging factors with each one of these 4 stages. And it works like this. Leaders who connect create inclusion and a sense of community and belonging in their teams. And that is the foundation of any team. Leaders who coach create safe spaces to learn and grow, explore, experiment, and that's how people become competent and confident at their jobs. Leaders who collaborate maximise everyone's intelligence. They offer autonomy in exchange for contribution and commitment. And lastly, those who create an environment where challenging the status quo is acceptable and rewarded, create innovation. Collectively, it's these 4 leadership behaviours that impact business results, both on the top line and the bottom line, as well as the human experience with well-being and belonging. And I would sum it up like this. Leaders who create environments where a diverse group of people feel connected and can collaboratively experiment and explore will unlock the thrive factor of innovation and team performance, well-being and belonging. And in coming weeks, I'll be unpacking each one of these 4 collective leadership behaviours individually. If you'd like to take your teams to the next level of inclusion or psychological safety, we have some digital learning journeys to guide you and your team whilst you're taking the Thriving Teams Challenge, which targets 3 behaviours in 30 days. You can take your team to the next level of performance.